Babs, your first directing job isn't necessarily going to be perfect.
I just want something decent.
The only people in this house without a job is you and the baby.
Man, them in outer space.
Crime and punishment.
Cut from a different Kente.
Oh, the Quabs, you good?
I'm looking for my first opportunity.
Do you know what? I respect the hustle.
Never have I seen a black man directing. So don't mess up.
The new series of Dreaming Whilst Black. Press red for all episodes on BBC iPlayer.
Two Muppets talking absolute carp again.
You're a bit like Jason Statham.
Yeah, I am, actually.
Well, let's be honest, you don't tune in just for them. You come for me, too.
If you spew, it'll be chain reaction.
See, I'm their catcher today. Mortimer and Whitehouse, Gone Fishing, starts tonight at 9 on BBC Two and iPlayer.
A gospel music legend and an extraordinary journey of faith on Songs of Praise today at 1:15. And right now here on BBC One, we join a moment for prayer and reflection.
Some people want to climb Everest.
We want to see a ghost.
What?
Is this place haunted?
Might have been a crisp packet.
This is pretty serious stuff. We don't get to see each other that often.
This is an opportunity.
For us to reconnect. Oh! We're better than this.
We're not.
What's that?
Lovely doing business with you.
Daisy May and Charlie Cooper's Night Watch starts tonight at 9:30 on BBC Two and iPlayer.
The FA Cup live on the BBC.
That was glorious!
Let's go, Ned!
A cup upset for the ages!
It's what everybody's talking about.
I love this competition.
I'm excited.
Magic of the cup, you'd better believe it.
The FA Cup first round, Brackney Town v Notts County, Saturday 5:15 on BBC Two and iPlayer.
In a classic tale remade, The Magical Mayhem of the Witches today at 3:15. Right now, though, they're challenged to buy low and sell high.
We sound crazy, but do you want to be in a rock band? We sing songs about being middle-aged and menopausal.
This is our time. We need to grasp it.
Riot Women. Press red for all episodes on BBC iPlayer. As more faithful fell,
You are breaking my heart.
castle conspiracies escalated,
Stephen's a traitor.
He's not.
What about Jonathan?
and it's checkmate for either Kate, Lucy, or Nick.
If I'm wrong, vote me out tomorrow.
The Celebrity Traitors continues Wednesday at 9 on BBC One and iPlayer.
A home. 4 families on a collision course. Who will rule this kingdom?
Coming soon to BBC One and iPlayer.
Delicious delights, now a homegrown mouthful of Nadia's British food adventure.
That makes me so happy.
Not just sun, sea and sangria, Amanda and Alan have got their work cut out with a crumbling casa. Press red for their Spanish job. And 2 best mates with no topic off limits. Join the chat as Roman Kemp and Tom Grennan ask you about on Sounds.
Come on, Ben, you're going to be late.
Ben. Yes? Sorry.
I can't believe what you're telling me right now.
Cut my hours down.
Some children carry more than others. With our help, their mental health issues can feel lighter. BBC Children in Need. We're there for you.
Good morning, it's the Scott Mills Breakfast Show. I'm teaching Jackie Chan how to use the Radio 2 studio. That just happened.
That's wickedly delicious.
Oh, God, wow! Do you fancy going to space?
I think I've done enough.
So sexy, Scott.
We're on the radio, Helen. You're live.
I'm still in my PJs.
That's completely normal. You're going to do the travel like that?
Oh, yeah.
I love this show.
The Scott Mills Breakfast Show. Just ask your smart speaker to play Radio 2.
Bye-bye.
Paul and Bob are back on the banks. Mortimer and Whitehouse Gone Fishing returns for a new series tonight at 9. Now, when life gives you lemons, maybe it's time to go back to school.
This is a history that we share with billions of people across the world. It's a history that runs too deep and matters too much for it to be brushed aside or wished away.
Empire with David Olusoga starts Friday the 7th of November on BBC Two and iPlayer.
Now on BBC One, the lunchtime news with Martine Croxall.
Four days in which to question them and find out, if they can, where the jewels are and who are the other two involved.
Hugh, thank you very much. Hugh Schofield in Paris. 3 people have been killed and more than 30 others injured in overnight Russian airstrikes on Ukraine's capital, Kyiv. The city's mayor said that 2 high-rise residential buildings were hit in the strikes and that 6 children are among the injured. Moscow has stepped up attacks on civilian targets and energy infrastructure ahead of winter, with Ukrainian authorities saying nearly 1,200 drones have been launched in the past week. The bosses of Britain's biggest supermarkets are warning shoppers could face higher prices if the government imposes higher business rates for larger stores in next month's budget. Here's our business correspondent, Mark Ashdown.
They are some of the biggest names in UK retail, the bosses of Tesco, Sainsbury's and Aldi among them, issuing a stark warning to the government. Put their taxes up again and they may be forced to do the same with prices on the shelves. 9 retail leaders have signed this letter sent by the British Retail Consortium to the Chancellor. They say that the last budget introduced over £7 billion in additional costs on retailers, adding that while they continuously seek efficiencies, our ability to absorb additional costs is diminishing, and concluding that their ability to deliver value for our customers will become even more challenging, and it will be households who feel the impact. The biggest concern is a plan for a new business rate surtax on the largest premises, those with a rateable value of more than £500,000, in order to help reduce rates for smaller firms.
The reason behind this letter is making sure that what we are not doing, what the government doesn't do in the upcoming budget, is put more pressure into the cost bases of businesses, making sure that these larger premises are excluded from that business rate surtax, in order to play so that they can play their part in ensuring prices are kept low for consumers.
Food price inflation has slowed to 4.5%, but is still above the overall inflation rate. The Treasury said tackling it was a priority and that it was lowering business rates for butchers, bakers and other shops to help. But the bosses of the biggest supermarkets warn that price rises may continue well into next year, especially if their overheads go up again. Mark Ashdown, BBC News.
The Reform UK MP Sarah Pochin has apologised for what she says were poorly phrased comments about the representation of black and Asian people in TV advertising. Our political correspondent Georgia Roberts is here. Georgia, what did she say that's caused controversy?
Yeah, this is Reform's MP for Runcorn and Helsby, and she was responding to a viewer on Talk TV who had questioned whether ethnic minorities were overrepresented in TV adverts. And Sarah Pochin said, "It drives me mad when I see adverts full of black people, full of Asian people." She said she didn't think it reflects the society, and she said that white families are not represented anymore. Now, she did later apologise. She said that it was poor phrasing. She was trying to make a wider point about how the UK advertising industry has gone diversity and inclusion mad, but it hasn't stopped the criticism. And the Health Secretary, Wes Streeting, was speaking to the BBC's Laura Koonsberg this morning. He said the comments were racist, and he said that it showed that Reform UK are not fit to govern. Very different tone struck by the Conservative Shadow Home Secretary, Chris Philp. He was asked several times whether he thought the comments were racist. He refused to say that, but he did say that it was language that he would not use. Now, the Liberal Democrats say that Reform UK leader Nigel Farage should expel Sarah Pochin from the Parliamentary Party or concede that Reform UK tolerates blatant racism. Now, it's not the first time that Sarah Pochin has got herself into a bit of trouble over comments she's made. Earlier this year, she called for a burqa ban, and that led to criticism from someone within her own party, Reform UK's head of policy, Zia Youssef. Now, today, he said that Sarah Pochin was right to apologise, but given the sheer strength of criticism we've seen on this today, I do wonder if it's the last we've heard of it.
Georgia, thank you very much. Georgia Roberts. Jamaicans are bracing themselves for Hurricane Melissa, which is forecast to become a rare Category 5 storm, bringing the possibility of life-threatening flash flooding and landslides. The cyclone, which is currently generating winds of up to 140 miles an hour, is expected to make landfall by Tuesday, according to the US National Hurricane Center. Residents have been told to seek shelter, and there are warnings of power cuts and damage to infrastructure. Melissa is also expected to hit parts of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. That's all from me for now, but of course there is plenty more on the BBC News website and app. The next news on BBC One is at 10 to 5. Until then, have a good afternoon.
Hello there. We've got some mixed weather to come over the weekend. Nothing that looks overly dramatic at this stage, mind you. Quite a cold start this morning. There was a touch of frost in places. After that cold weather, we've seen this cloud moving down from the northwest. It's still bringing some rain and drizzle that will eventually arrive in the southeast of England. There could be some late sunshine as the rain clears from western Scotland and Northern Ireland. But across the eastern side of the UK, it's going to be feeling quite cool. Temperatures maybe 8-9 degrees. Stronger wind out towards the west is lifting the temperatures a little bit higher and then pushing this rain and drizzle down across southern parts of the UK this evening. Clearer skies will follow, but a second batch of showers will arrive in Scotland, move into Northern Ireland and to Northern England by the end of tonight. Not quite as cold as last night, more of a breeze keeps going, but it will turn a bit chilly across inland parts of northern Scotland, 2 or 3 degrees here. A little bit of winteriness still over the tops of the mountains in those showers. The showers move away from Northern Ireland, Northern England, and tend to die out as they move their way southwards through the morning. So many places will be dry tomorrow afternoon with some sunshine. The winds will tend to ease down a bit as well. Some rain comes into Northern Ireland by the end of the day. Temperatures 12 degrees here, a little bit lower than that across Scotland, but it's going to be a mild day for eastern parts of England tomorrow compared with today. But we've got another weather system sliding in from the Atlantic on those brisker winds, bringing most of the rain overnight across the northern half of the UK, and heading into Tuesday, there's still a bit more rain to come in Scotland, but a winteriness again over the mountain tops. But elsewhere, little rain heading into southern areas, more in the way of sunshine here, just 1 or 2 showers for northwest England and perhaps into Northern Ireland as well. But many places will be dry, and temperatures more widely reaching 13 to 15 degrees across England and Wales, so a milder day here. Still a bit chilly though across parts of Scotland, where we see another weather system sliding in. Again, it's not bringing huge amounts of rain. Again, that is going to bring most of the rain across northern parts of the UK and introduce something a little bit cooler into the northwest. Still quite mild though across southern parts of England and Wales, where we've still got the threat of some rain on that weather front there. But to the north of it, sunshine in that cooler air, and some showers tending to move away from northern England and from Scotland, heading out into the North Sea. But temperatures struggling up to 10 or 11 degrees at best across Scotland and Northern Ireland on Wednesday. And it could turn quite chilly overnight actually on Wednesday night, and then head into Thursday. We're looking towards the southwest, another area of low pressure heading our way. The track of this at the moment looks to be a little bit further west of the UK, so most of the rain may be arriving in Northern Ireland, just brushing other western parts of the UK For many areas further east, it's going to be dry, although not promising huge amounts of sunshine. But it's going to be milder than it is at the moment, and those higher temperatures are moving their way further north. That's because we're changing the wind direction. More of a southerly wind picking up on Thursday, strengthening and pushing that milder air further north as well. It'll start windy as we head into Friday as well, but areas of low pressure will then track towards the UK, and that's going to bring us some cloud and some rain. Some heavier rain perhaps in Northern Ireland, pushing into Scotland. Not so much rain across England and Wales, where the winds become lighter, but maybe some more rain arriving by the end of the day in the southwest. But temperatures to close the week will be higher than we've got at the moment, typically 12 to 15 degrees. So after the chilly start, it does get milder later on in the week, but we've got some sunshine over the week ahead, but there will be some rain at times.
Live sports today, British medal hopes at the Track Cycling World Championships. Coverage of the final day of competition at 10 to 2. That's in 35 minutes on iPlayer. In the Premier League, live commentary as Arsenal host Crystal Palace. Listen on Sounds at 2.
Oh my God, you went to space.
It's incredible. From slavery to space in 4 generations.
This was something good, something positive. We thought we were going to be friends forever.
Our manifest destiny into planet Mars.
Now the big question is, who gets there first?
Once Upon a Time in Space starts tomorrow at 9 on BBC Two and iPlayer.
What a surprise! Some precious rings hidden amongst costume jewellery on a new episode of Antiques Roadshow tonight at 8. Now, celebrating belief in every beat on BBC One.